Ramon Alvarez worked alongside his father on the family's farm in La Union, New Mexico during the brutal drought of the 1950s and 60s. So when Alvarez took over the farm more than a decade and a half later, he was looking for ways to stabilize the farm's revenue and get the most out of the limited water supplies. So he took a chance growing organic cotton.
Basically, I'm getting 1.5 times the conventional price.
The farm now supplies high-end European and Japanese fashion labels at a premium. Alvarez also grows organic alfalfa, hay and kamut seed at similar profit margins. But Alvarez has his eye on another high-profit agricultural market: hemp. According to the North American Industrial Hemp Council, hemp has over 25,000 productive uses as a superfood, clothing fiber and biofuel, among other things. In 2012, the total retail value of hemp products sold in the US was $500 million. But a lot of these profits aren't being made in the US because hemp products have to be imported. It's illegal for US farmers to grow. But that wasn't always the case. According to an Indiana University study, US founding fathers like Washington and Jefferson grew hemp, Jefferson even drafting the Declaration of Independence on hemp paper. But in 1937, hemp was banned in the wake of hysteria over the dangers associated with its hallucinogenic cousin, marijuana. Hysteria illustrated in this American anti-drug film of the time, Reefer Madness.
Marijuana, the burning weed with its roots in hell. Debauchery, violence, murder, suicide.
Hemp could still be grown in certain circumstances. During World War II, the government actually encouraged people to grow hemp as a way to support the Allies' campaign.
American hemp must meet the needs of our Army and Navy as well as of our industries.
Some historians say the crackdown on hemp along with marijuana was the result of political pressure from the cotton, oil and timber industries that were rivaled by the versatility of the plant's productive uses. But recognizing that versatility, in 2014 the US House passed an amendment to the Farm Bill, allowing agricultural departments and universities to research the commercial viability of hemp. Alvarez says hemp could be a good option for Mesilla Valley farmers. Not only does it take about half the water needed to grow cotton, but it also stands up to salty irrigation water.
I have quit growing chili because chili is not as salt tolerant as, say, cotton or alfalfa or some of these other crops. I have a hard time growing chili. Yes, the salt content in the soil has gone up since we started pumping.
Binational agricultural comparisons are not perfect, but in Canada, growing hemp is legal, and here is how it breaks down. In 2013, New Mexico cotton yielded a $180 per acre profit, while hemp yielded a $430 per acre profit for Canadian farmers. New Mexico District 33 State Representative Bill McCamley co-sponsored a hemp research and development bill. He says hemp's economic potential garnered the bill bipartisan support in the legislature.
Allowing for plants with legitimate economic benefits to be grown that use water in an efficient manner is simply good public policy.
So why isn't New Mexico State University researching the viability of hemp for farmers like Alvarez? Governor Susana Martinez vetoed it. She says it was not in line with a federal farm bill. In a statement, she said it poses a number of problems as a result of the contradictions. Conflicts between state and federal law would unnecessarily complicate the task of law enforcement. But before it was put up for a vote, Bonnie Rebbe with the New Mexico Department of Agriculture was brought in to review the legislation to ensure it lined up with the farm bill. She says there was no conflict.
There wasn't anything that I'm aware of that was out of line with that. We, like I said, we worked hard to get it within the parameters of that.
McCamley says the association between hemp and marijuana, combined with the governor's national political aspirations, might have had something to do with her decision to veto.
I think that's got to be part of it. And that's one of the biggest problems that we had. We had to basically, a lot of older people look at this as the same thing. And we had to say, look, it's hard for me, right? Because I'm the guy who's actually sponsoring the pro-legalization of marijuana with high THC content.
McCamley says while New Mexico law falls short of federal allowances for research and development, other states like Kentucky and Colorado are going past federal law and beginning commercial production.
We're losing ground to other states who who are moving forward with these research processes. And therefore, when the federal government changes their mind, which will probably happen sooner rather than later, we're going to be behind the 8 ball.
Back on the farm in La Union, Alvarez is getting ready to drill a new water well, twice as deep as the one it's replacing. Alvarez says more needs to be done to incentivize farmers to move away from high water use crops like cotton.
I have a son that I hope he continues in the farming tradition. I'm a 3rd generation farmer, and I would love for him to continue, but you know, I know things are tough.
McCamley says he'll be pushing the hemp industrial research bill in the 2017 legislative session. 20 states have passed laws allowing industrial, agricultural or academic hemp research programs. For KRWG, I'm Simon Thompson.